Alright guys, I'm doing a little thing here on the bed. I forgot to, of course, to film it. I'm just cutting out the baseboard and the chair rail. And I'm doing that with my oscillating tool. I've got a Rigid brand. There's a lot of brands out there. I just set the big box here up against the wall and put blue tape on the, scribed it with a pencil top and bottom to know what to notch out. So I'm notching this out with the oscillating tool. And I don't think you want to see that, it's just noisy as hell, but those tools are really handy. Well, after I had the bed box up square on the wall where it belonged, I taped the outline of the top with blue tape, painter's tape, so I know where the corners were. And then I started searching for studs. Well, I could see a nail, so I found both sides of the stud, stick a thin screwdriver through. I've got a little skinny straight that twists right through the sheetrock. And I could feel each side of the studs. So then I just marked from there and I measured out my 16 inches per all the way across the tape. Now I can use those measurements when I install the brackets that have to go. There's brackets that go on the top of the box here that have a pin that goes into the wood and screws on either side, and then it L's up so you can put a lag through into the stud, and then down inside you're required to put even more lag screws. So there's going to be 7 4-inch lag screws or something like that holding this beast in place. And then at the bottom we need to put 4. Well, the same measurements on the bottom. It actually worked out to be an even number, 5-inch, and then whatever 16-inch increments are after that. Alright, so here we go. So the time has come to do the headboard trim piece that I made for the back of the Murphy bed. Now, I didn't call for that in the plans, but I just decided to do it. So I'm going to get set up. I got some clamps and blocks of wood I'm going to drop down on either side to center it up, and then we'll get it screwed in place. So what I'm doing, I got to take my shirt off here. It's hot with that shirt on. I tested the fit on this before and it's perfect. So before I stained it. So what we're doing, this is going right here, just like that. Just add a little color, you know, just add a little color. And what I want to do is come in here and put some blocks like so. Just to stabilize and hold this right. I planed this down to the same dimension. So I'm putting 2 blocks of wood and clamps like so to keep her as close to centered as I can get. Get these back so I don't run into the I don't want this to get twisty or nothing. Now see, that should hold it. Perfect. So So let's move you to the back. I know it's a little dark back here, and I'm sorry about that, but maybe I can get the light back in here a little better. I'm going to set it in the screwdriver mode, and I'm going to set the clutch very light. I don't want to overdrive these, alright? Now, I kind of want to push this front out because it has twists a little bit. Can I get my drill in there? Of course, that's right in the way. Of course it is. I'm going to have to put some of these other ones in first. Of course, you're right in my back. Perfect. Just trying to keep this front edge flush. And that's good. We can take these clamps off because she ain't shifting. I got a splinter or something on my left thumb before I grab everything. Just don't overdrive these screws, you can strip them pretty quick. Plus I gotta get the boss's approval on this. I got a thumbs up from the boss, I guess that works. Bingo. That is a done deal. So that's the final look. And now I've just got to put a bunch of lag screws in it. And the next assembly is the building the bed frame itself. I guess I should screw the bottom in first. Make sure this seats down on the carpet here.
Puppet show?
Puppet show, yeah, that's it. I'm glad we did that. That adds a little bit of look when it's down, at least. It kind of looks like a bed then.
Yeah, that's very nice. Good idea.
And with the pillows on there, we just the right height. Yeah, I like it. Maybe I should build natural trim for up there.
Mm. Maybe the trim on the outside of the boxes might go.
What trim are we talking about? You mean doing that natural?
I don't know.
It's just poplar, it's going to be pretty grain free. Alright, so we made our measurements already. And so I'm going to just use this as a gauge block.
Don't forget about the 3/4 inch.
Yeah, I know, dear. The boss has reminded me of my inadequacies. Well, not really. Not really! Okay, so the first measurement is, if I had the right glasses, I could see what I was doing. It's going to be 4 1/4, 20 1/4, 36 1/4, and 52 1/4. That's what we got to measure up there because of the thickness of this wood. Four and a quarter. Four and a quarter. Six and a quarter. And 51 or 52 and a quarter. So, let's get our bolts. And we'll put the bolts to her. They gave us bolts, but they were supposed to be bolts with washers, which we did not receive the washers or the washer had bolts. So, we had to buy washers. gotta go get a socket wrench. I'm gonna use the old crazy. So now I'm drilling 7 or 3/16 holes approximately, maybe a little smaller. Pilot holes into each stud. I'm sure this doesn't have to be this rocket science. But I wanted them to give the bolt a little clearance. And all right. Now I'm going to go with a 1/4 inch. Slightly more. Because they're 1/4 inch bolts. So I'm going to drill just, just through the plywood. To make a clearance for the shaft. And you gotta watch the drill bit. It'll hog in and pull itself in, so be careful not to let it race in too far on. Okay. Now I got this guy. I got a hardened thingy. Well, that's the wrong damn thing. I guess I have to have a 10 millimeter. These are metric. I gotta go get real bolts. A real nut driver. I think this is 10 millimeter. So I'm going to take this very easy because this is a metric head. Good thing I used a smaller bit, huh? Make sure she gets sucked down tight. They're afraid this is going to pull the bed off the wall because there's a high tension piston set that lifts the bed frame back up into the box, and they just don't want this moving around. And I'm pretty sure with 12 3.5 inch lag screws they're not going anywhere. Okay. Alright. She's sucked down tight. Now I gotta do the same thing across the top. And then I gotta put a whole bunch up in the upper portion. So these are real 1/4 inch. I might as well use those because I got some. And I need to put the same measurements in here. I've changed my camera view, and you have not. Doing the top. think she's moving now? I don't think so. Okay, well that's what I gotta do. Now that I've got it located, I need to. Yeah, even though we had 3 brackets on the top, I'm putting 4 in here just for the aesthetics of it. Oh, there's a knot. And I put 4 in here too, so. This guy, we just gotta go through the plywood. These things will hog right in, you gotta be careful. There you go. Nothing left but the crying. Do 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 do. In case of nuclear attack, get inside the Murphy bed. I would say that would work. All right. Blap, blap.
Big boy's on the job.
You got it?
I said, oh, big truck came. Big boy's on the job.
All right, guys. We are screwed. Literally and figuratively. Big boys are in the yard. Now I gotta get up there and do all the same thing. Drill a bunch of holes. Just so you guys can see what's going on up there. There's these brackets that I had to bolt in through from the bottom that have to have lag screws put in them. And I know you won't be able to see them, so I'm going to do the same process as I've been doing. Drilling pilot holes, drilling clearance holes, clearance, and driving lag screws. I'm busted. I don't care. I've got umpteen others. So, and they're all into the studs because I measured and found the studs. All right. So, see, oofta. Going handheld. So anyway, you can see the way the brackets are. And if you notice on this bottom bracket, there's a threaded stud sticking up through. That's a 1/4 bolt that comes through from this side. So how hell, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 inch lag bolts, or 3 inch. And this metal bracket pinned into the top of this. Now I broke the one on the top here, but it don't matter. I got one on each corner, that's good, it ain't going nowhere. And it's all lagged down here. So yeah, and it's lagged down there. All right, now I gotta clean up my Dawson. This part of the job is done until I build the bed frame. All right guys, that's it for the Murphy bed for now. But this is the stage I've been trying to get done. The cabinet is now attached to the wall permanently with the trim piece. I like that trim piece. I can get pretty clever with it. That's a solid piece of ash is what that is. Ash is beautiful wood. If you can get ash to build with ash. But unfortunately it's getting expensive because of them all dying. Okay, there's one more detail left that I'm going to do, is put a little crown molding around the top of this so it can hide my my offset lights that, you know, shine light out onto the ceiling here and make it kind of a glowy, nice, you know, cozy. All right, we'll see you on the next episode.